Namaskar and welcome to the 7th day of our Navaratri series, Shri Mahalakshmi Devyai Namaha. So, as we have been following the explanations given by Srimati Prabha Senesh of GSPK, today we are going to take a look at which is the Lakshmi's form that is to be worshipped on the 7th day, and that is Dhanalakshmi. So, we all know of this form of the Devi that she gives wealth, but how does she do that? In what manner does she give wealth? So, in the Dhyana Shloka, that is explained. Kiranti hasta padmena kinkarebhyo dhanam bahu kim kim ishtamiti smritva kilbisham haratu swayam. So, what Srimati Swami explains is that the way in which this Devi gives wealth, she pours the wealth in abundance. Now, to whom does she give this downpour of great wealth? To kinkaras. Who are these kinkaras? Kinkaras means people who do kainkaryam, people who do seva to Bhagavan, to the Lord, and also to his bhaktas. So those who do Bhagavat kainkaryam and Bhagavata kainkaryam, those are the people who are called kinnaras. And to do these kinnaras who are doing their seva with a pure heart, to such people who use the dhana that they get, who use the wealth and prosperity they have to do dharma karya. To these people, Swami says, this Dhanalakshmi Devi will ask, Kim Ishtam, what is it that you want? Tell me what you want. And with that kind of a bhava, she will pour wealth on them in great abundance. Not just that, she will also remove all obstacles that are there in their path and make sure that they are able to attain success in the dharma karya that they are doing. If we look at the name for this form of Devi in the Sri Lakshmi Ashtottara Shatanamavali, the relevant name to this is Vasudharini. So, what does this imply? Vasu means sampat, wealth, some asset that we have, and Dharini is the one who is holding it. So, this form of Devi, Dhanalakshmi, is known by the name as Vasudharini. That is the name which corresponds to this form of hers. She is the one who is having wealth in great abundance, and she gives it also abundantly to those who are doing seva of Bhagavan and Bhagavatas in the right spirit. So, to understand this idea of how Dhanalakshmi Devi blesses with wealth, the example which is told by Sri Karunakaracharya Swami is that once there was a Brahmin brahmachari in Kanchipuram. Now, this brahmachari wanted to marry. And what was his intention in marrying? He wanted to get into Grihastha so that he is able to do Dharma Karya, because it is known to us that Grihastha the people in that ashrama, are the ones who support the people in other ashramas, people who are brahmacharis, people who are vanaprasthas, and people who are in sannyasa stage. They are all supported and given whatever they require. Their needs are met by the grihasthashramis. So it is supposed to be a great dharma karya to be in grihastha and serve the people belonging to the other ashramas. So like that, this young brahmachari wanted to get into grihastha. For that, he had to get married. Now, in those times, whenever somebody had to get married, that boy would have to provide some money to the father of the bride. It was called as Kanya Shulkam. And by providing that money, then only he would be given that girl in marriage. So now this poor brahmachari, he was very poor and he didn't have any source for money. So he went to this place in Kanchipuram called Tupal, where Swami Vedanta Deshikar was living. And he went and asked some people there that, like this, I want wealth and I have no means of attaining it. Please tell me somebody in this place who is rich and who will help me. So there were some people who pointed out the house of this Swami Vedanta Deshikar and told that brahmachari that go to him. He is a very wealthy man. He will make sure that all your needs are met. So that poor boy went there and he begged from Swami Deshikar that please grant me wealth. Now Swami Deshikar thought, this is such a peculiar leela of the Lord, and what dhana do I have? because he was someone who was living by what is called as Unchavritti. Unchavritti means they will only go out one time in the day to beg alms from one house, and whatever they get in that one place, they will bring that, cook that, and that day will be passed with eating just that much quantity of food. There is no question of saving and hoarding the food or any other kind of wealth. So he thought that, okay, if this boy is asking, then it is actually the Lord and Devi who are really the richest people in the universe. So let me take this boy. He wants dhana, he wants wealth. Let me take him to the source of it all. And what he did was he took this boy to the Sannidhi, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, where Perandevi Tayar was there in Kanchipuram, in that temple of Sri Varadaraja. So there, in standing in front of Devi, he sang Sri Stuti, a wonderful hymn, a stotra, which praises the qualities of Devi as the giver of abundant wealth. And the minute he sang that and he was singing those shlokas at that point of time. Spontaneously, he composed that standing in front of her for the sake of this young brahmachari. And as he sang, there was a downpour of gold coins in that place. And everybody was so surprised to see that. So, from this, we know that whenever there is somebody who wants money, who wants wealth for a righteous cause, then the Devi, Dhanalakshmi Devi, definitely blesses them with that in great abundance. So, let us pray and meditate on this form of Dhanalakshmi on today, the 7th day of Navaratri, and ask her to bless us with whatever wealth we require and use that properly for the purpose of Dharma Karya. Let us pray that Devi will bless us with the ability to not only have the wealth, but also to do the Dharma Karya, which is so much which gives so much pleasure to her and to the Lord. So let us offer gratitude to Dhanalakshmi today. Namaskar.